Your Excellency, mimi nataka kushukuru sana kwa maneno haya ya elimu. You believe that education is a great equalizer. You just don't talk about it, you do it, and I have seen it here. Na mimi naamini kwamba zile reforms umeleta katika serikali kuhusu maneno ya elimu itaunganisha hili taifa la Kenya zaidi ya jambo lingine lile. Kwamba leo DCC ama County Commissioner atatoka kule kwa Wagiriama aje afanye kazi hapa kwa sababu wamesoma, and watatengamana katika taifa la Kenya na Kenya itakuwa moja kwa sababu you have invested in education. Continue to invest in education, that's where the future of this country lies.
Serikali yenye ilikuwa hapo bereni ilikuwa na nafasi ya kwamba ikitaka kufanya program wanaenda wanakopa. Wakitaka program wanakopa. Wakitaka kulipa deni wanakopa. Rais, tunasema Mungu alikuweka wakati ile inafaa. Kwa sababu kaa sio wewe, umefika wakati hatuwezi kopa hata shilingi moja. Na wakati umeingia ukapata program ya kupea vijana wetu kazi. Program ya housing. Beleni tulikuwa imepitishwa watu watakuwa wanakatwa 1.5%. Ile serikali ilikuwa pale beleni, wakati ilisikia malalamishi ikaogopa. Wakati iliogopa ikaenda ikakopa pesa. Program ikaanza. Rais, kama ungekuwa board, vile umekuwa board kwanza kuongelesha wananchi wa Uasin Gishu, na vile umekuwa board ya kusema ya kwamba hiyo program kama ilikuwa imeanza, manyumba ilikuwa imeanza, vijana walikuwa wameanza kufanya kazi. Kama angeogopa aseme isimame na yeye hata endelea kukata, sisi ambao tunapata mshahara, sababu tunaelewana? Sisi ambao tunapata mshahara to sacrifice kwa ajili ya yule ambaye hana kitu na ule hapati. Kama vile wananchi wa Uasin Gishu, nyinyi ingawa munge-insist ununuliwe giri 5 kwa gunia moja, munge-insist na sisi wote wa Kenya tungekuwa tunalia juu ya bei. Lakini kwa wakati huu kila mtu ameshiba kwa ajili mlisacrifice. Kwa nini mimi nalipwa mamilioni wakati naambiwa nitakatwa ndio kijana mwenye ana kazi aweze kupata, naanza kulalamika? Hiyo ni haki ama si? Hiyo ni haki kweli? Kwa hivyo nawaambia wananchi wa Uasin Gishu, sisi kama wananchi wa Murang'a tuko nyuma ya rais, na wanaongea maneno ya maandamano. Sisi tuko chini ya kushikilia serikali hii, kusimama naye na rais uendelee kuwa board, kwa sababu uongozi sio wa mtu ya kuogopa. Uongozi ni wa kufanya decisions which are right, na vile unasema you never go wrong when you do what is right. Kwa hivyo rais, tuko nyuma yako. Mambo ya maandamano, wale wanaongea ni wale hawapendi nchi yetu ya Kenya. Hii nchi yetu kama tungepata mtu ya kuogopa ingekuwa already imekuwa auctioned kama nchi zingine vile mmeona zimekuwa auctioned. Lakini kwa sasa vile umeendelea, nchi inasimama na ndio wameamuka. Wameona umeshikilia nchi inaenda kusimama, ndio wameamuka, ndio wakuweka wasiwasi. Uendelea kusimama, uendelee kufanya haki, na ile kitu inatakikana tuweze kusimamisha nchi yetu ya Kenya.
When you came in, there was a big cry from everyone, Your Excellency, because parents were very worried that the young ones that were graduating from grade 6 would join high schools and maybe face molestation. Your Excellency, you appointed the Presidential Working Party on educational reforms, na wakasema kwamba watoto wale wakae kule katika shule za msingi, na hivyo basi ukapatia wazazi wetu afueni. Nataka nikushukuru sana Your Excellency. Your Excellency, hakujawahi kupatikana kwamba katika mwaka mmoja walimu 56,000 wakaajiriwa kufunza mashule yetu. Hilo liwezekana kupitia kwako Your Excellency, na ninataka kukushukuru kwa sababu the CEO TSC ametuhakikishia kwamba mwaka ujao serikali yako itaajiri walimu wengine 20,000. Nataka nikushukuru sana Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we have been told by the Cabinet Secretary kwamba serikali yako imewachilia kuanzia wiki hii 31 billion Kenya shillings ziende kwa shule zetu, ili kwamba nao wanafunzi na walimu na wazazi wapate afueni na watoto wasipate kufukuzwa shule. Your Excellency, we want to thank you. Mimi nikiangalia sasa leo hapa tuko hapa, ukija hapa kuweka jiwe la msingi la shule ambayo itasaidia kukuza vipawa. Na mimi najiuliza ni kwa nini Your Excellency unapenda mambo ya elimu namna hii.
I did not vote for you in the last election, but I'm glad that you came in as a president of this country. I am very happy that I did not get my wish in the last election, because I've seen what you are capable of doing. In line with my own, what Allah has said to us. Your Excellency, you have brought this country together. You have gone to the four corners of this country to unite this country. Please continue uniting this country. You have gone to the four corners of this world to create opportunities for Kenyans. Continue doing that. We are doing very well globally. Your Excellency, you have done so much for education, so much so that I have very little to worry about in my constituency. I have the resources and I'm able to take care of a lot of the needs of the young boys and girls in there. As I'm talking to you now, I have sent to universities not less than 100 students who are going to study medicine, both inside and outside the country, through the support of your own government here. You have put the right team together. The team of Machogu and Belior CS, they are doing a fantastic job. We don't even complain too much about the TSC. Before we used to complain, but now we have engaged one another and we're doing very well. Your Excellency, you took over the reins of this country when the economy of this country was in the ICU. Everybody knows that. Your predecessors literally robbed this country dry. Literally. Made the coffers of this country not only dry, but also put us into massive commitments, borrowed left, right, and center, and never used a lot of those resources for the development of this country. We have to call a spade a spade. That's a fact. Your Excellency, Kenyans have got to tighten their belts. If you want to get somewhere, you have to suffer a little bit. But I'm sure we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel within the shortest possible time. Otherwise, we were going to default in the payment of our own international global financial obligations. And if that happens, God forbid, it is very bad. Everything was going to come down crashing. But we are able to execute that very well, and you have done a fantastic job in the manner in which you have done that. Your Excellency, there is talk of the judiciary. I've said this many times before. There's nowhere in the world we are not trying to reinvent the wheel again. These things have been done. Have you ever heard a project in the USA where the court comes and says that the government cannot implement this? No. There is no democracy in the country where the executive, that's why it's called the independence of the three arms of the government, of the state. The role of the government is to execute and to govern and to allocate resources and to manage development without anybody coming in and interfering in that. The role of parliament is to make laws. And the role of the judiciary is to arbitrate what is brought to them, but which does not infringe on the independence of any of the other two arms of government. We have a rogue judiciary in the country right now. We need to get this right. I keep saying this all the time. We have to get right. Now you see the government allocates resources for this road, and the courts say, no, you can't allocate. There are orders. What kind of orders are those ones? There's no way in the world where democracy works like that. Have you ever seen in the UK when the government says this has to be done and the judiciary or the courts come in and say the government cannot do that. No, they can't. It's not allowed. So you have to say, to call a spade a spade. Parliament has got to exert its independence in legislation. The judiciary cannot come and tell Parliament what to do and what not to do. Your government, you are there to govern. You are there to allocate resources. You are there to bring development for the people of Kenya. You're only accountable to the people of Kenya. Nobody else. Nobody else. Your Excellency, thank you very much. You have reached out to us as the leadership from the North. We have had a meeting with you, more than 2 or 3 meetings with you now. And you are coming to our area and you have already initiated a lot of development. This is the first time in a very long time that we are seeing a president who cares about the 4 corners of this country. Mr. President, I congratulate you for that. You know that I'm not somebody who sings anything for sycophancy. I say facts the way they are. Kenyans know me for that. You have done a fantastic job in uniting this country. You went to Nyanza province, Luo Nyanza, initiated developments, even though your opponent, my good old friend, was from there. You went to our area, although we gave you very little votes, you have initiated a lot, and you are doing that in the 4 corners of this country. As we sit right now here, I can see you invited me from the north, there's Baya from the coast, there is Governor Baraza from Western, there is an MP from Kihungi is from Central, there is somebody from Eastern. I mean, what more did we want? We have seen, I have lived in this country for the longest, and I have seen when government used to belong to a small community only. There was nothing that was for Kenyans. You've brought everything for Kenyans. We will support you 100%. I will be out there to support your programs, your political life, and whatever you have to do, we are there with you because you proved yourself worthy of our support.